What's going on, YouTube? Coming out with a quick video here. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to do the Geologist and GOAT level collector. So for Geologist, that will be getting a silver all the way to Galaxy Opal card at one time. Bronze, silver, gold, emerald, sapphire, ruby, amethyst, diamond, pink diamond, and Galaxy Opal. There you go. So that is that achievement. But the reason these tie in together is also if you're going for the GOAT level collector, which is actually harder this year by about 150 cards. It used to be 2750, I believe. Now it's 2900. I'm assuming they're going to have more cards this year, more ways to get cards, so that will help out on that case. I'm still working on last year's. I'm about 400 cards short, but I have about 120 lined up, and that'll also get me 100,000 MT boost. It's going to be a lot harder to do now that this game's out, but I wanted to put this out earlier to help people that don't particularly know how to do it or are wanting to go for it for the first time. So, going through the methods very quickly on how you get cards, and then we will work on auction house tips to help you get to them. So, real quick with Domination, you will pick the 20 Domination, and for every one you beat, it's 3 stars. You unlock a logo pack, a Timberwolves court pack, and an evolution pack. So that'll give you a player that the more you play with them, the better they get. It's how the evolution cards work this year. And for these tokens here, at 5 tokens, at 5 points, 5 stars, you'll get 1 token. 10 stars, you get 2. 15, you'll get 3. And that'll unlock the next one. And then so on and so forth until you've beaten all of them. Then you can go historic domination and all-time domination. Now, the historic and all-time do the same thing, but all-time domination last year also gave you basketballs, and once you unlock all 30 some of the basketballs, you've got to get another one that was a disco ball. So those are pretty cool to get, and also count towards your card count, which you're going to need them. So next thing you want to do would be triple threat. You play 3v3s, and then you'll get a random token drop, and pretty simple, same as last year. This year, though, you also have spotlight challenges. This one is Dwayne Wade. You'll get about 5 cards for completing this, and the MT that you get from it is around 30,000 for all of it. Just on the last 2 is 12,500, 15, 14, and then just so on and so forth. A lot of cards and a lot of tokens. So probably closer to 25,000, but you also get tokens and players for it. Moments challenges right now is just one. It's a 4-minute quarter length. And you'll get 2,500 for that. And then your weekly challenges, this is week 1, and you'll get 3, and then just so on and so forth for beating them. The next thing that you want to be looking for, if you're good at multiplayer, by all means play all of these. I'm not very good at multiplayer, even if I have a stacked team, so I don't really focus on these all too much. But the My Team Unlimited can give you, for wins, you get packs. The more wins you stack up, the better rewards. So you can get a lot of stuff if you can tie some wins together. Other thing, of course, is buying packs. I would avoid buying regular league packs because you'll get regular players from beating Domination. And these players towards the end are very cheap. And no reason, like I did this year, to spend a lot of MT on getting them when I hadn't even beat regular Domination. This year to unlock the auction house is a lot easier. All you have to do is get to 20 cards. That gives you 3-star recruit. And that unlocks the auction house, which I will go to for a more advanced guide. I'll put it in this video, but it's going to be a little more complex on how to get more cards when you're past the normal, by opening random packs and getting them. So right here, if you go down the list, you get a couple random cards, some tokens. There's no really big ones until you hit the 200 tokens and 300 tokens are really nice to get. But then at 2,000 you get 100,000 MT, which will help you pick up some cheaper cards. And the 750 tokens. So if you stack all of your tokens, you're going to have around 1,600 tokens just from this. The Geologist achievement ties in right here. Once you get to Sabonis right here, he's Galaxy Opal. You'll have every card from silver to gold just from opening random packs, and the rest you will get just by going down the list of collector levels. If you don't want to do it that way, of course, eventually there'll be point guards, Galaxy Opals that are garbage that nobody wants, and they sell them for 10,000, and you can pick them up very quickly. So once you do all of that, the other option you have is to go to the auction, and you're going to go auction maximum bid of 850. Put out a random number. So these are common cards that everybody has right now. But as you can see, they've got a $650 bid on JaVale McGee. If I actually wanted JaVale McGee, I'd come over here and put $1,000 MT bid on him, and I'd have a chance of getting him. The downside is later when the game's been, once you have all these cards and the game's been going on a while, people sell cards at outrageous amounts because they'll realize that bronze aren't on the market anymore, and they're just going to put them up for some crazy amount. So what you do then is you go to maximum buyout. You put it at 1,000. This is where you always want to start. Right now there's none because there's not a lot of people and not a lot of packs have been open. So then you'll scroll up to 1,500. Still none. Same reason. Game just came out. But doing this means that any cards that you don't have, you can pick up for 1,000. And then once you think you've tired out 1,000, you've done it, for about 4 or 5 days in a row, you're not seeing any new cards you don't have, you'll boost it up to 1,500. Then you'll boost it to 1,750. At 1,750, I stop. I won't go any higher than maximum buyout. I'll go to maximum bids and change them to 1,000. And that way, if there's any bid that's 1,000 on a card, I can still bid at it to 1,750, and maybe I'll get lucky and pick it up for relatively cheap instead of going and paying all that for it. Same thing with these, but for jerseys and stuff, I do a max bid of 600, and then I scroll through everything, buy everything that I don't have, and then I'll go to 750, and the max I do is 1,000. After that, if I'm missing 1 or 2 jerseys for a collection or something, then I will worry about grabbing it. But other than that, I'm not going to spend over 1,000 for jerseys or anything like that. And lastly, doing collections. So do not complete the current NBA collection right off the bat. I did that last year. It took a lot of time and everything, but there's no separate achievement for it. And you do not get anything but tokens. So it's a good amount of tokens if you can complete all of them, but it costs a whole lot. Heat check cards are actually very expensive last year. A lot of people didn't like the packs because not always the cards are really that good. So 25 tokens per collection that you finish. But that's not too bad. I wouldn't try and do those. But the moments cards, right now they don't have any up or rewards. Same thing. They're not going to have any of the bigger ones that you can look at. See if I can get, yeah, there's no completion rewards for these right now, but later on when they add in new cards, new packs and all those, these completions will be harder to get, but they'll be worth a lot more. One last year was 500 tokens for completing some of the collections, and that was really nice. It was a hard collection to complete, had to open a lot of packs or get lucky and snipe some cards, but really worth it in the end. So again, try and complete some of these other collections, that way whenever it comes time that you need, you'll get a random current NBA player. It's not always going to be that you just spent, 8,000 because it's rare and doesn't get sold often when you open a pack and you pull them. But anyways, hopefully this video helps you out some. If you have any questions, leave it down below. I have a 2K19 guide up also that's done very well, and I get a lot of questions on there, and I always still try and reply to those. So if you want to check that out, 2K19 GOAT Collector Achievement, it's going to be a video similar to this, but more pertaining to that one. But anyways, thanks for watching.